Hey everyone, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show.
we are almost at the end. I mean, we're entering the final week of the season, and he's still leading the league in hitting. Joe Mauer, you won 3 batting titles. I'm so curious what your mind.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. On the run, sends it over to first, and the inning is over. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. And the pitch. On the ground. Zips it to first. 2 away.
Fell off to a great start. He's really.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Charles Johnson. Entered the day with the best batting average in the National League. Swings here and blasts one left field. Bangs off the wall. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
And that keeps his hitting streak going. He's making this look way easier than it is.
On to the third inning. And now Johan Mieses. Out to short, Johnson. The throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. Charles Johnson will hit next.
Hey, nice and patient. Get your pitch.
And first offering is fouled off. Up the middle, Abrams. Over to first, and he's out.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Went down on strikes his first time through. On the ground to the left. Sneaks through, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Here's Chavis now. He's 0 for 1.
1 out, 1 out.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, double play. And the inning is over. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charles Johnson. Swing and a ground ball out to short. On to Chavis. And that's 1 out as they get the lead off. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. 1 for 3.
Oh, baby. Get your pitch up there.
Line drive, base hit. 1 run across, 2 runs are in. Here comes Olsen around third. The relay to the plate. He beats it safe. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way. Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game for the victorious Atlanta Braves, 7 runs on 14 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base.
Back here at the ballpark, stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Charles Johnson. Line drive, that's a base hit out of the left center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'll tack 1 more game onto his hitting streak, Boog. Every day, this guy just keeps making it.
1 down. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. Line drive. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. And welcome back. New inning getting started. And now up for Washington, number 96. Lined into left center, base hit.
Wasting no time.
So 1 out, nobody on. Lane Thomas now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Johnson. That's out number 2.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infield.
So 2 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Charles Johnson. 1 for 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just kept it simple.
2 outs, nobody on. Up now for Washington, Michael Chavis. Out to short, Johnson. Throws to first, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. 7th inning stretch time. Now in for the Braves, Charles Johnson. On the ground to short, Abrams. Sends it to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. So 1 out with 2 aboard. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alex Call. Bounced up the middle. Throw on to Olson. There for the out. Runner scores from third. 2 outs. Runner on first. Charles Johnson. Next up for the Braves. Foul ball there.
Right guy, right place. Here we go.
0-1. Hit hard, base hit. Olson around second, headed for third. Olson coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the.
We've grown to expect him to just roll in the games and simply close them out easily, and he's made it look very easy at times, and now he's up to 40 saves for the year.
One down. Lane Thomas digging in for the Nationals. Bounce to the left side. Johnson. Out. Number 2. So up next, number 96. 2 for 8 in the series so far. Here's a 1-2. And that's a base hit. 1 run's in. The throw in, it's offline, and he scores. It's 2-zip.
Picks himself up a couple of.
And now it's Michael Chavis. Smash to the left side. Throw on to Olson. 2 down.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
Next to hit, Sherten Apostle. Throw on to Olson, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Base is empty, 1 away. And next for Atlanta, Charles Johnson. That one ripped.
Get up, ball, get up.
And out of here. An absolute blast to left. Just like that, they move in front. It's 3-2. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had.
Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. There's a swing and a drive. Wood going back on this one. Racing back some more. Makes the catch up against the. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Michael Chavis. Out to short, Johnson. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. So the batting order turns over. Sherten Apostle digging in for the Nationals. And he deals. On the ground, 2 ball. Albies to second, and that's 2. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this. Number 96 getting ready to hit. Now the 0-1. Up the middle. Throw on to Olsen, and that is that. No run. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. He's already homered in this game. That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
Get your pitch, drive it right here.
The pitch. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man aboard now with one away. To the plate for Atlanta, Charles Johnson. And first offering is fouled off. Olsen at third. Thompson on at first with two down. He swings and fouls one off.
Hey, let it rip here.
The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on, and they take a 3-run lead.
Hey, way to try that. Nice hit. There you go.
And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton and everything. This was pure domination at home. Huge sweep. And now
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Here's Christian Arroyo. Good contact guy, good defender. The pitch. On the ground, Johnson. One out in the top of the first. Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the veteran first baseman, C.J. Cron. And that's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Now in for the Braves, Charles Johnson. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Out to center, Chisholm under it. And makes the grab. Runner tags for home.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Ramon Laureano. 0 for 1 so far. Out to short, Johnson. And Laureano is retired.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense.
Man at first, Charles Johnson. Next up for the Braves. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Now batting.
And that keeps his hitting streak going. He's making this look way easier than it is.
Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the 7th. And now the shortstop, Charles Johnson. Here comes a pitch. Hit hard. That gets through.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately.
And here is C.J. Cron. 1 for 3. On the ground, out to short. Throw on to Olsen. Cron retired. Laureano comes up to hit.
All right, here we go now.
Swing and a ground ball out to short, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Pitch was in and off the.
Charles Johnson, the next to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the ninth.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing.
And up next for Miami, Brian De La Cruz. On the ground to the left. That's out number 3. Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Bottom of the inning, stepping in the long ball threat, Charles Johnson. In the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting fifth.
And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Charles Johnson. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And the righty deals. On the ground, right side. Could be extra bases. And now it gets into the corner. One runs in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well, tack one more game onto his hitting streak, Boog. Every day, this guy just keeps me.
Here's Manuel Margot. On the ground, left side, 6. To second, pulls him off the bag. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Here's Ramon Laureano.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Simber is ready. Grounder might be 2. In plenty of time to first, and Laureano is retired.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over.
Back at Truist Park, there's the shortstop at the plate, Charles Johnson. And there's a fly ball deep right field, and it one-hops the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. He's in there. Well, Singy, he is locked in there. Back here at the ballpark, Manuel Margot up to the plate. On the ground to short. Throw on to Olsen, and a quick out, number 1. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
And it's fouled away.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
2 outs. Foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Hey, get your pitch. Stay through it. Let's go. Drive it.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. Time called again. Second time in the at-bat.
Wait for your pitch up there.
And a pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon.
Victorious Miami Marlins. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base.
Here's Manuel Margot. Roll to short, could be 2. Fired to second, and that's 2. 1 hit in. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Charles Johnson. Locked in right now. He's 5 for 7 in the series. Bounce to the left side. To first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang, played. One left for Atlanta. Laureano comes up to hit. Here's a 2-2. There's a line drive to left field. And there's a hit. Arroyo around third. Head for a slide, and he's safe.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he should.
2 outs, bases loaded. Jacob Amaya digs in now.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Zips it across, and that is that. 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Charles Johnson now at the plate. Grounded out his first time. Acuna runs. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
And fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Charles Johnson. Swings through that one. 0-1. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Softly hit to third. Tosses to first. Inning over. 2 on with 1 out. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Snags it for the second out. Manuel Margot up to the plate. 1 for 3.
Hey, let's hold him right here.
1-2 to Margot. Bounce to the right. Sends it to Lee. First out in the top of the 8th.
Good fastball in on the hands. Makes the
2 outs, base is empty. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Gone. So he blasts one out the other way. His 39th home run of the season. And they cut into the lead. It's 6-3.
Got in the jet stream on a line drive. He saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ballgame. Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board. To watch.
And who better to talk about being the MVP than the former AL MVP, Ken Griffey Jr. First off, Ken, how do you feel about this year's MVP pick? What kind of player does it take to win this award?
Well, you know, being named, even if you don't win it, being named in the MVP race is an accomplishment in itself, meaning you had a very good year. Me winning it in '97, you know, it was nerve-wracking because you don't know the voting, how it's going to go. But once you hear your name saying that you won it, it's a relief and you can enjoy it. I had other teammates around me who were there to celebrate it with me. So this year's MVP, you know, he's got some things to buy for the guys.
What was the biggest difference for you heading into the next season?
The biggest difference of me heading into the next year was, you know, the expectations of you got to do it again. So going out there, I pretty much had the same numbers back-to-back years. I didn't win it the second year, but, you know, every year you go out there, you do your job, you go out there and make sure that you give your team the best chance of winning. And, you know, if the numbers come up and you win. But if you don't, you don't. But for the most part, you want to go out there and be consistent throughout the season.
And with that, the regular season is over, and it looks like we're going to see some new faces making their postseason debut. Carlos, what can you tell about the postseason and why it's so difficult and why it's so unique?
Man, it's just a totally different ball game. I mean, it's a new beginning. So whatever you did in the regular season no longer matters.
That's right.
And I love that. I mean, the intensity that you take to the ballpark every single day is just superb. You have a new, pep in your step. You're ready to go. You know that everything you do, every little thing matters. It's the most fun I've had playing baseball, postseason baseball.
That's right. If you're a rookie making it to the postseason or you're a 10-year veteran, it's like making your major league debut all over again. All is brand new, more focus, attention from the media and outside hype, and then pitch to pitch is very intense in postseason baseball. It is the best.
What do you recall, Jake, about your first postseason start?
My first postseason start, I had some broken ribs in St. Louis, and it did not go well in Old Busch Stadium. Albert Pujols and company put a hurting on Mr. Peavy.
Yeah. Carlos, what about you?
Just trying to keep my breathing under control. And we were talking about paying attention to detail. How about this pitch right now? Win this pitch, pitch to pitch. It just escalated from there. But that's basically the mentality you got to have to succeed.
Well, 162 in the books. Now the real fun begins. The playoffs are here.
Coming at you right after the break. About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. Game 1 of the National League Wild Card Series on the show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby, and we're just about set to get this Wild Card Series underway, Singy. Game 1 has outsized importance in a 3-game set.
Yeah, Boog, it's a huge game. There's no doubt about it. Guys are always talking about setting the tone in Game 1 of a series. Well, in a 3-game series, that might be the only tone that gets set. So this is no ordinary series opener.
First pitch coming your way next. So 2 down. Vaughn Grissom getting ready to hit. 1-for-1 with a double and a run scored. Kicks and deals. On the ground, right side. Albies over to first in time. That ends the inning. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Charles Johnson. Bounced out to short. Throw over to Tellez. 2 gone.
Batting ninth.
1 out, runner at second. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. Ground ball left side, and that one finds its way through. Thompson around third. He will score, and it's now a 2-run game.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
1 down. And now the shortstop, Charles Johnson. Stops it on a slide. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, catcher, Sean Murphy.
So the Atlanta Braves off of the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game 1 in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up for this one. They had an impact, Boog, and their guys took care of business.
And on the other side of things, it'll be an elimination game in this same atmosphere in game 2, so that will be quite a test to keep their season alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
4-3, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long.
Joe, I remember back when you first burst on the scene, you dealt with the pressure, the burden of expectation, right, of being the first overall pick. Did you feel?
Now it's the shortstop, Charles Johnson. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Hey, nice swing. That was a good piece. Attaboy.
Batting ninth.
And next for Atlanta, Charles Johnson. And he's already singled in this game. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Catcher, John Murphy.
Man at second with 1 away. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Charles Johnson. Fought off foul.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Next offering misses. 1-1.
Hey, he be right here. 1 time.
And that one is lifted in the air. It gets down, a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. And welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Charles Johnson. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. late on that fastball. That one the other way, puts it away for the out.
Oh, such a confidence boost.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 7 runs on 12 hits. 1 error. They left 17 runners on base.
Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. The 2-2. On the ground, right side. They take the force out. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Nothing across. Back here at Petco Park. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charles Johnson. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. This one popped up. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls.
Back here in San Diego, now here is Charles Johnson. Burns back to work. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball.
Runner on at first with one gone. Next for the Padres, Luis Campusano. The walk and a run scored his first time. Line drive, base hit. Harris to third, in there. He's safe.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit.
On the ground, could be two. Over to Albies. Throw to first, but he beat it. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off, Jake Cronenworth. Hit hard on the ground to short. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job.
And here comes Sander Bogaerts. Up the middle, Johnson. Slings to first. Bogaerts retired. And that is the inning. So 2 away with nobody on. Now, Charles Johnson. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Murphy.
Base is empty, 1 away. Luis Campusano, the next to hit. Out to short, Johnson. Fires across the diamond. Got him.
Oh, nice job by the shortstop.
Now in for the Braves, Charles Johnson. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck, right field. Out of here! He got just enough of that one, and they add on. It's 4-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well. Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
(7-3) is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton. Now it's Franmil Reyes. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And the right-hander deals. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Oh, what a flip for 1. On to Olsen. That's 2.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Cody Bellinger.
So digging in now for San Diego, Ha-Seong Kim. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Ground ball could be 2. Over to Albies. What a double play that was. Inning over. 1 hit, 1 left. We play. And welcome back. Top half of the third inning. And now the shortstop, Charles Johnson. In the air, right side of the infield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. When Nola was in college at LSU, he got a chance to play with his brother, Austin, who was the team shortstop. And as well, his roommate was Alex Bregman. They get the force out number 3. Back here at Petco Park, set for the last half of the 7th. Now the number 2 hitter, Jake Cronenworth. Up the middle, Johnson. On the run, throw to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Charles Johnson. Nola back to work. Ball 1 there. Nola's a guy who registers a lot of strikeouts. In fact, he's had 220 or more strikeouts in 3 different seasons. Out towards right center field. Grisham sprinting for this one. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, dude. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charles Johnson.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And first offering is fouled off. The tying run at the plate. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. 1 run's in. and they clear the bases. 3-run score, and they trail by 1. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he sprint. Well, this was a must-win for these guys. Game 2 of the series at home after dropping Game 1. They win it today. They feel a lot better heading to the next ballpark for Game 3.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way. And
All right, ready to get underway. Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. Out to short, Johnson. Fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 9, Jay Cronin.
As we go to the last of the third, at the plate, Charles Johnson. Glasnow back to work. Popped up, Kim sizing this one up. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 1 down.
The catcher, John Murphy.
2 outs, runner at first. Charles Johnson next up for the Braves. Now fly ball to right center. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. That is the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. On to the top of the 5th we go. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Xander Bogaerts. Bounced up the middle, Johnson. On to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Here's Machado. Here's a 2-1. On the ground, out to short. Throw on to Olsen. Machado out of the play.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander.
So 1 out, nobody on. Digging in, Charles Johnson. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Tosses to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. I'll tell you what.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. Line drive, and that's down. A base hit. 1 runs in. A second scores as well. It's 5-3.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Anytime you rip a line drive.
He's 2 outs away. Charles Johnson will hit next. Fouled off down the right side.
Hey, need you right here, kid. Drive something.
Now 1-1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. And there's a ball.
Well, an interesting situation. 1 swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
That to right. Reyes pulls that one down, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, catcher.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
6-5 standing. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shaw. So 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Charles Johnson. That one ripped. And it's off the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 2-0. And in its second with an RBI double.
Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it up.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Charles Johnson. Doubled his first time up. That misses. Ball 1.
1-0. Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Righty to the plate. Called strike right there. Hard hit left side. Bogarts with the throw to first. That's out number 2.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, it will be a very positive.
Base is empty with 2 away. And next for Atlanta, Charles Johnson. 1 for 2. Out to short. Sends it across to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Charles Johnson now at the plate. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Riley. Throw home. He beats it. And they lead by 3. Well, Singy, he is locked. Man at first with 1 gone. So digging in now for San Diego, Peyton Burdick. Tapped out in front of the plate. Gets it to first. Now only 1 out remaining. This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Stepping in, Charles Johnson. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Johnson, a former MVP, only 20 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And a 2-1 on the way. Now a screamer into the outfield. Burdick puts the squeeze on that one. One down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the...
So digging in, Ha-Sung Kim. He's 0 for 1. Ripped to short. Throw on to Olsen. 2 down.
The first baseman.
And the batter now, Charles Johnson. He's 0 for 1. And there's the strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
The pitch. On the ground. Bogarts tosses to first, and they get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of...
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. The pitch. On the ground to short. Johnson tosses across to first, and that is Charles Johnson getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. This one popped up. Kim makes the play, and it's out number 3. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Righty delivers. Bounce to the right side. And he'll be safe at first.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious San